Comic Book Day and happier 2024. Welcome back, all you four-color funny book aficionados. This is USComics Cast, HQ for all things comic book connected. We collectively are John and Charlie Rivera, co-founders of USComics. Charlie, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
But also as well as
Happy Comic Book Day to you and to everyone listening and watching. As always, we are brought to you by Bad Mary Band and Sergeant Finesse Gaming. If you haven't done so already, please hit that comment and like button like you've been cast as a fake-ass Lance Von Erich, but want all the fame
Why not?
and fortune.
Watch your back when you're crossing the street, though. Today, we are diving into the cheerful and so hilarious Von Erich family story. 2024 is here, and we're going to let you know what to look forward to. More importantly, what we are looking forward to. Also, as well as Charlie is adding noise to a silent film classic, because he don't give a fuck. 2024, here we go.
Secretly, I a little bit give all the fucks, but I'm going to, for this whole season,
So generous.
I'm going to write it like I fucking stole it. This whole year, I'm just going to take full advantage of all my friends and families, my co-host, my partner. And
I gotta tell the truth, that doesn't sound good at all.
No, it's horrible for all of you, but already I can tell you, we left 2023 with a bang because we are featured in Christian's Holiday Spectacular. Christian, I know you are in
New
the chat.
holiday favorite.
You send me a link to your overall profile, not the trailer. If you could send that to me, we can try to play it before the episode's out.
Oh, the trailer.
That's right.
I think I have it on the US Comics.
That's true, but it would be easier if it's just a file that I'm playing rather than pulling it. But let's talk the future, not only the past, until the past comes back to be holiday cheer for us. John, 2024 is a year that, so help me fucking God, I'm going to find a way to enjoy. All right, so all this fucking talk of there's not going to be a ton of content, bullshit, because I want to run down with you some of the shit we're most looking forward to.
You know what's really funny to me, Charlie? So
what? Is it that we're the last podcast that puts any energy into it? Because the rest are all fucking like, we're laid back and chilling.
Oh, man.
I hate their guts.
Stop it. You're not cool. Stop it. You're not fooling anybody. No, so we actually do a little bit of homework, which is shocking when you look at the end product. But going to this section, talking about what is going to be coming up, what do we have to look forward to? Like Charlie alluded to, so much content was pushed on the back burner, or in some cases just like,
deleted.
Nah, we're not going to do it.
Like, do you like animated Coyote Adventures starring John Cena?
Oh,
well,
boy.
go fuck yourself, because we're going to take a write-off instead.
Blame the writer strike, blame the writer strike, blame the writer strike. But
blame the suits.
that being
fuckers.
said, when I look, it's a pretty long list. Now, granted, it doesn't have this wealth of content that we were kind of expecting, but on the same token, stuff gets canceled, delayed, not distributed at all. Batgirl, I'm looking at you. Stuff like that happens all the time.
Firefly.
So there is a lot still to look forward to. Christian is right. Fuck the suits. But you know what, Christian, we're gonna touch on the sequels, both direct and indirect. But Charlie, yeah, man, you kick this off. Let's hear it, man.
I'm going to start.
What we got?
A lot of people talking shit about not enough DC and Marvel. I'm going to start with the DC.
All right.
John, Creature Commandos. I recently rewatched The Suicide Squad, which is the second Suicide Squad, but they kind of pretend like the first one didn't happen.
So do I.
One of my absolute favorite comic book series of all time is Peacemaker, which is not some shit we saw coming even after enjoying The Suicide Squad. But John, Creature Commandos is like at least I hope, is gonna be the most fucking buck nutty, silly, ridiculous jump into what the Gun DC universe.
Creature Commandos. It's an animated show, right?
It's an animated series.
Gotcha.
Yeah, is my understanding.
Very good.
As of right now, the plan is still
series. Charlie watches films.
Yes. The plan is still apparently to wind up on Max. Although now with the streaming rights, everyone's kind of jumping everywhere. Like if I wound up watching The Suicide Squad on fucking Netflix, which was just
Yeah.
like a real
Yeah.
bizarre moment for me.
It's like when your worlds collide. You see your teacher at the supermarket. Like,
Ex-
oh, what are you doing?
Exactly right. The truth is, if nothing else, Christian kind of hit the nail on the head. No surprise, coming hot and fast on Facebook. If nothing else, the soundtrack. How could you not be excited
Yeah. Well,
for James Gunn to
my
kind
man-
of drop some tunage?
My man knows what he's doing. He really pulls the heartstrings and makes you pay attention with his music. If you were start thinking about what groceries you need for that week, what time you got to get into work, whatever, he will slap you in the face audibly. So like, oh shit, I got to pay attention right now. I'm sorry, Mr. Gunn. I am very sorry. However, I'm gonna transition real quick.
Yeah.
And probably just the lowest hanging fruit on the entire list. I'm
Wade.
gonna go across the street from the DC Avenue over to Marvel Way. Deadpool 3, bro. Deadpool 3 has been shaping up like the greatest episode of Love Boat. With like here's this, and here's that, and here's a little more.
Now I'm gonna be fucking furious if there's no boat.
Oh yeah. And honestly, Wade would hit that theme hard,
Oh,
bro.
fuck yes.
Just gophers giving you the double guns on the screen.
When you talk about opportunity,
I can't wait.
I
I can't wait for this movie.
If you're Disney, are you just like whatever? I know it's kind of like it's the point where it's been talked about so much. I don't know how much of it is fact versus fiction.
Yeah.
But if he is really killing the Fox universe, if that's a whole movie about fucking Wade murdering all these people we loved, like get Spider-Man in there, get fucking Tom Holland, like kill shit currently going on.
Ultimately, I think that the Disney suits, granted they are... Christian, I wish we had you here right now to do your spot-on Mickey impersonation. I think that the Disney suits don't have the little rodent testicles big enough to do something along those lines, because it is ultimately still...
So it may
their
just
banner.
be like Cameo City.
I think it is going to be Cameo City, but truth be told, again, Deadpool is just so great at doing cutesy, silly stuff in the most uber violent, like fun to watch way. That I honestly don't even care what the plot of that bitch is.
So
I'm just so looking forward to it.
The only issue I can imagine with Deadpool 3 was my issue with Deadpool 2, which was when I sat down for Deadpool 2, my expectations were so high, I left being like, that's good. But on the rewatch, similar to The Suicide Squad, I feel the same way. It's like, every time I watch Deadpool 2, it somehow manages to get better.
Because it's a good movie.
And for a little while, I thought it was like...
Your irrational hate is just sluicing off of you like a fucking skin tan that went a little too far in the summertime.
I don't think it's a matter of I don't think it's a matter of hate. I think it's like when something is almost too good to be true. Like despite myself always kind of wanting more, like if it fails, I'll be the first to complain about it.
Oh man, your default setting is
my default setting is absolutely
hit me another one. So these are long lists.
They are. I'm gonna go right the fuck back to the boys at DC. Believe it or not, I'm holding out. What do you think? You know, I want to go. I want to go to the digital media way. You and I have been trying to do our best Joker stream impersonation or Sergeant Finesse impersonation. We've been playing a lot of Fortnite because they have the best skins in the game.
Frankly, it's just fun to kill children. Let's be honest.
After my last week rewatch of the Suicide Squad, I'm actually really looking forward to the Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. What's become abundantly clear to me is I do not think they're literal. I know that there were a lot of developmental problems with that, but ultimately the truth is, John, I kind of want to be the current AEW World Champion Samoa Joe is voicing King Shark, and I want to just be King Shark. I presume gliding around the city because everyone has kind of a Spider-Man animal.
That's going to be a tough cosplay for you, bro.
It has been so long.
It's chilly in October in the city.
It's been so long since I've gotten my grubby little hands on a really great multiple kind of character comic book video game. The Spider-Man games are incredible. I'm not a PS5 guy, so I have to wait till my friend gets a PS5 and then borrow their copy of Spider-Man.
I'll be honest, bro. Like the last time that I really got into, now granted, I haven't played the Spider-Man.
They're incredible.
Games, which
they're
just
masterclasses.
They swing on Spider-Man's nuts like they were bitten by a fucking radioactive.
And you know
spider.
my feelings on Parker. He go fuck himself.
Yeah, but at least you have they give you options for the Parker haters that are like they make no sense, but they do exist like you.
Yeah.
But the last time I was really invested, was DCU Online.
Yeah.
I played that game.
Which this is not that.
Buttons fell off. No, it's not that at all.
But yeah, Harley Quinn, King Shark, Boomerang, like they're just. I can imagine if you make them different enough, or even like kissing cousins, the way that Miles and Peter are, not literally. Maybe literally. I don't know. They keep retconning shit. He has a little tiny sidekick now. I think it's almost going to be impossible not to have a good time.
All right.
If that script is even okay, it'll be a lot of fun.
I'll be completely honest with you. I'm shocked that I got to this project before you did.
We lost Christian to Spider-Man. Fuck.
Fucking X-Men 90.
Oh, but a minute, man.
For those who don't
We've
know,
only talked DC and Marvel. We talked all this shit that everything got canceled.
this is if you could make a fucking very, very loosely animated 4-color version of Charlie to run around, he's gonna look like a character from X-Men 97. This is Professor X in his like rolling his fucking wheelchair. It looks like the business end of a dustbuster, but just the brightest yellow. Just he's never gonna forget where he parked. He's always gonna find it right away. Freaking Wolverine's winglings like off the screen, they're gigantic.
Scott getting half cucks. It's the best.
You know,
The
stuff happens.
I would argue that there might be
looking forward to it.
Of
Or
course.
are you afraid they're gonna fuck up your memories?
See, again, here's my big thing. I will always roll the dice on maybe they're gonna fuck up my memories. Again, Ellis doing his goddamn best to fuck up my memory.
Ellis takes out the notebook. He's like, X-Men 97. I've got one for this.
I can make Charlie sad by bringing up Storm was very claustrophobic. Go fuck yourself, man. Claustrophobic. She never even looked at another girl before. Thank you, Ninja Turtles, the greatest ever. John, let's jump back because we're going Marvel DC. Let's keep it going. Let's go back to DC. My boy Colin Farrell. If you told me that jacked as hell,
handsome son of a bitch,
huge ding dong having guy, they're gonna throw in a fat suit and it's going to maybe steal the show in a Batman movie. The Penguin series is coming to Max, and I honestly I cannot wait.
They should have called that Penguin the Survivor, because Penguin is like the only fucking project that really survived the color.
That's true.
Well,
I guess that's the power of that fucking Colin Farrell ding dong. He has parents. I've seen it.
I think he just walked into the room, dick first.
He came in with a little cart.
All right, I got something to tell you, son of a bitch.
And the rest of the show, I need you to do it. John, the thing I love about this version of the Penguin, he's a fucking fat, scarred mess, but he's awesome, right? And you want your villains
for a villain.
Totally, but people always kind of hang from the sack of Joker. Yeah. And this is the first time Penguin, probably since fucking Rocky's manager, was rocking a monocle better than anyone else. I totally disagree with Ellis, who says Matt Reeves' Batman stuff needs to go away. Get out of here.
I don't think it's going to happen, Ellis.
I also think a lot of it's really good because this was the first time, in my memory at least, a villain really got like to dunk on Batman to his face. There's a scene in the Batman where they're like, "Wow, fucking Penguin," blah, 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 and he just corrects them.
Bane cracked him in half.
That's true. That's true. But that never happened in the movies. We know that stuff you have to read doesn't count. I can't wait.
They're like, "All right, we're not gonna let you do anything real bad, but you can fuck up a football field. You like that? You like that, buddy?"
Oh my God. These go back to the Planet of the Apes. You know what? I'm not going to say no to Matt Reeves Planet of the Apes movies.
Ellis, we're going to have a conversation there, my brother. Yeah, so absolutely. Again, Penguin, another series we can expect on Max, at least initially. Then we're going to be watching it like on the home shopping channel, apparently, the way that they share streaming content now. But also as well as, now it seems, I realize that it seems this way that... Well, fuck, the boys never really went away. They kind of did. We have just gotten, different versions. We've gotten animated versions.
0.5 season.
Why did I pronounce it that way?
We've
gotten the animated version.
Rolled your R.
We've gotten Gen V. We've gotten little fucking tags on the tail end of stuff. But we haven't seen the boys proper. in quite a while, but 2024 is going to correct that shit. They are coming back like they should. Personally, I can't wait. Charlie and I, we spoke to this point before. This is one of the very, very, very few examples that you can point to where you're like, you know what, the adaptation is actually better than the source material. Now, I say this having loved the source material. I really fucking do. Matter of fact, I just got a new fucking collected edition, just beautifully went up on the fucking bookshelf. But yeah, the TV show version, it is that much better than the comic book that spawned it, and obviously that's only a good thing. Still go back and read the books if you haven't. Don't be a sucker. Don't sell yourself short. Read the source material, but it fucking is better, and I cannot wait for this next season. Just more of the same, more giant dick holes and more giant, naked bitches, and
The boys,
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
the boys never.
Also, stop rooting for the Homelander's the bad guy. Stop rooting for him. Don't root for Don Draper. Don't root for Homelander. Just come on.
What about?
You're better than this.
What about going from the high art that's presented in a lowbrow fashion, which I love about the boys? Let's finally fucking bust into the cinemas. Dune Part 2 is finally
See, you did that on purpose.
here.
He's like, oh, so this motherfucker, he took one of mine. I'm gonna go ahead and hit one of his favorites.
I had to literally go down my list. I was like, "Where's the John list?" I tried to
all of a
avoid.
sudden, Charles gonna. So you remember your 6th grade science teacher? Oh yeah, she was where it's at. Son. Rude, dude. I cannot. I literally can't fucking wait. I cannot wait for
Luckily,
Dune
you
2.
have to. But Dune is one of those movies that, like, we may have to venture out into one of the double showings. We may have to go see Dune 1 in theaters again. That'll play back to back with Dune 2.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Because I mean, obviously we all know if we can make it to Jersey, we have to go to Smod Castle Cinemas.
That's a given. That's
the
a given.
greatest place to see movies on earth.
Damn
but for
straight.
us Middle Island boys, there's a fucking problem. We can't see any goddamn movie without people near us. I need a committed audience for Dune.
Yeah.
I need to see that shit on the biggest screen possible. I need it to cost $50, and I need to fucking chase away the douchebags that are going to be on their goddamn cell phone. Someone had a Nokia 2600 fucking ringtone going on for 35 minutes.
Yo, my man, your prepaid is loud as hell. You want to put it away?
You gonna burn
Thanks.
those minutes on the fucking ring, you turd? The truth is, Dune Part 1 only served to get me hyped up for Dune Part 2. The dry mouth that movie gave me is gonna hopefully get quenched with Part 2.
Because as you watch it, your mouth is agape.
And also
Just drying out your whole situation in there.
and don't get it twisted. the
Christian, we'll keep your secrets.
I won't. Kevin, if you need to replace Christian,
God damn,
I'll
bro.
work for cheap.
See what happens, Christian.
I'm sorry, Christian. I didn't even mean it. I'm trying to be Christian's assistant. No, but
Ellis, how dare you, sir?
there needs to be a proper viewing. That is the sort of cinema that fucking ludicrous screen, like Christian was alluding to. IMAX, the biggest IMAX you can find. If you can find it in the fucking Sphere in Vegas, the biggest, most clear, wonderful sound. You need to fucking go and have a good time. You need to fucking hold your piss, dehydrate before you go. This way that beverage sits nice. So there's no stepping away.
The AMC IMAX theater on 57th and Broadway, I think that has been for nigh on a decade now my go-to IMAX experience. But yeah, I agree. But you know what though? The next 15 times we see it, we can see it Smodcastle. We can we can do what we got to do. But also as well as I'm gonna go ahead and steal yet another of Charlie's definitive fucking list. And actually, the real rub here is that he fucking reminded me that it was happening this year. The Crow remake.
Oh my god!
Is
Yeah.
finally actually gonna happen. And you were joking I maybe you wouldn't have mentioned it because Charlie was like until we sit down and that shit starts rolling and he's sucking down popcorn and stuff. I'm not gonna believe it's actually happening. It's finally finally happening.
There's not that many examples of something that I love the movie.
Yeah.
First of all, I did it reverse. I saw the movie before I read the comics, and I've read every Crow.
Like 2 years ago.
I've read every Crow labeled collection and comic since.
Yeah.
The Crow as a movie.
He's an emo bitch.
It's so bad, especially like the last couple weeks. I've been a real mess. Just spade a spade. With that being said, that first movie is so influential on the type of art I like, the type of comics I like. With that being said, it's also one of those sacred things that I'm like, never fucking touch that movie. However, please God, readapt it. You know, when we get to the pitch later, it falls in that same thing. I want the sacred cow, because the comic book and the movie are so different that when they originally started talking about this, that they were going to kind of drop the Erich in Draven. It's just going back to just being his last name because that's all you see in the comic, and adapting the very different comic book into now a film. I think it's Skarsgård is the one who finally got to fucking play it, but I could be wrong. It's been through so many fucking iterations, and first and first, mostly Joker. Don't you dare show up after I complimented you.
Joker's like
that shit.
I sense a compliment in the air, and then you just stare down Vigo like you got no worries in the world.
There are at least
scourge of Carpathia, man.
There's at least
what's up, Joker?
4 movies I don't like. But no, Ellis.
You're talking about The Crow.
I'm talking about any movie ever.
Well, what's interesting about...
I think Joker Stream called me out for not hating movies, and there's 4 I don't like.
There is... So the Crow is one of those unique properties where it's built into the property. Talk about a different guy. Or girl. Talk about a different version of the Crow, because this is an ongoing thing. And the creators, they're like, okay, great. So sadly, an absolute tragically, we lost... Brandon Lee. Talk about a cursed family. The fucking poor Lees. But that being said, we're like, now
I want A24 to make that movie.
There are other Crows that we can tell stories about, and they did, and they just weren't. They just did not hit the same. So it stands to reason that they do have to go back to the well with the Erich Draven of it all.
What's very interesting, just real brief as we kind of start winding down for the segment. The thing about the sequels was City of Angels tried to be a departure, and then in the edit, they were like, make it more like Brandon Lee's version. And then the 3rd and 4th one also followed that same trajectory of like, well, we've kind of set up certain things. And what I love about the comics, please go out, read them. I highly recommend. I know a good comic shop you can go to, Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash. You can actually order online if you don't have a local comic book shop. Not a paid sponsor, but please, God, give us money. The thing about it is, once we get through this Erich Draven, even if it's a trilogy, because I think Draven, no Erich. Erich allegedly is going to stay
like
secret.
Madonna.
Exactly. Even if you did 3 with Skarsgård, you can tell infinite stories because there are so many comic books that at least set up the foundation of... I mean, you and I have like 3 different fucking Crow pitches that we could literally pitch tomorrow that are so wildly
in an elevator
different. Ellis, you're on timeout.
Oh no!
I have no issue with Jared Leto.
He even has a button.
He comes fucking near. If he comes near the Crow property,
he's due. Ellis, I'm with you, man. The guy's due. Charlie, I'm just gonna go ahead and actually no, that's not. Hit me another one from your list.
No, take it, and we'll wrap up.
Look at this list. Well, I'll have to do a quick run.
Yeah, do a quick run.
Charlie.
John.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. My bad.
Charlie's about to pop off on the new greatest Christmas song that you guys may not have heard as of yet. Catch up. It's yours. Do it. Talk about Ghostbusters.
I finally saw the trailer. I've been avoiding. Man. I saw the teaser trailer.
Charlie wasn't making a gag or making a bit out of rubbing his nipples at the theater the other day.
I make it a rule that I know the business of trailers is to entice people to go. Yeah. If I'm already going, like why would I want to see shit? I'm avoiding toy spoilers. And you aware how hard it is to buy shit you don't see? Are you aware how difficult it is? I pre-ordered a bunch of shit today.
You're doing a great job.
I found out the like UPC code for Entertainment Earth, and I was like, order. Don't look at that side of the goddamn screen. I will say this, Ellis, dropped tremendous Ghostbuster 2016 art today.
Nice.
It is the sluttiest.
For me to poop on.
It is the sluttiest those women have ever looked, and I don't know how to feel about it.
The ladies gotta work too, man. The ladies gotta work.
That
Joker,
trailer,
I promise he did not say Battlefield Earth.
That trailer to me was so much more than anything I could have expected.
Yeah.
The tone of Ghostbusters Frozen
Apparently
Empire.
there's red coats now.
The red coats are very popular. That I wasn't.
Paul Revere tried to warn us. What's funny to me is this.
Tell me now.
I often say crazy ass shit. Sometimes here, sometimes out in the wild. Ellis,
Look at this. Look at this 2016 Hoochie art.
that would have
trying
been
to get
a
a good one.
much stronger box office if Ellis had anything to do with it. I say crazy stuff as good as that trailer was, and I would dare say even great. Certainly anyone who's maybe thinking about not going change their mind, I think, due to that trailer. But I could have made it better.
Yeah. How?
Do you think that you remember it very, very well at this point? After
Yes.
only just the one viewing?
Yeah.
All right.
It's burnt into my eyeballs.
So anyone here's an audible version. So it's a lovely summer day. Very much they hit on fact. It's summertime. It's warm out. We got people out on the beach. They got Ferris wheels just spinning away, and then the cold comes running in. The freeze, the frost goes over everything, and there's a very specific couple of kids up in the Ferris wheel, but it's got the Ferris wheel, yeah.
Yes.
The Ferris wheel, but it's got like the grid holding you in so nobody jumps, because that does happen. And this girl's like holding on fingies, sticking through the holes and stuff as the frost rolls up, and obviously the frost is in effect. But why couldn't you be like, ow, and then have her do one of these? Cause it's cold, man. Guys, hit me up. I can make your good shit great. What is wrong with you? So Charlie, I'm just gonna rip off my list real quick because we're up against the time. Charlie mentioned Dune Part 2 because he's a piece of shit. Furiosa is dropping with my girl.
Fuck.
The last chick that you didn't know was Latina, including
Poor
Leguizamo.
Johnny Legs. Hasn't he suffered enough?
Apparently, it is. Get out of here, Kristen. She can hit me up. That's fine. What else do we got? Ballerina is dropping just when you think
Holy fuck.
there's no more John Wick to tell. We got Ballerina, a John Wick universe story. We had referenced it earlier, and I think Christian maybe have hit it off over on the Secret Stash podcast earlier. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is dropping. I am always Team Caesar. I love those monkeys, guys. I'm sorry, but I am 100% Team Ape. They gonna get this planet because they've earned it. We suck on ice. Godzilla X Kong. Ellis has been fucking praying that we go see Godzilla -1. It's gonna happen. I promise you, Ellis. Borderlands. You want to talk about video games? Borderlands.
So
I feel like
fucking
didn't that
excited.
come out 10 years ago? Nope, it didn't.
At least 10 years
but
ago.
here it's coming. Gladiator 2, which when I first heard about it, I thought it was a joke with no punchline. Because they were talking about Russell Crowe still being in it. And
Which, do you know where that landed?
no, he's not in it. He's not in it. So it's just a continuation
Then
of the
that
characters.
bankrupt?
Exactly. They tried to be, but like, nah, fuck, we had a couple of cents. The Karate Kid crossover. So we are going to get an immersion, just a ming